Alright, is it possible for Sonic to surpass Mario? Short answer is yes, and it almost happened in the 90s. But can it happen again? Sure, Sonic Team lists down numerous times, but I don't think it's impossible for them to hit a second renaissance. All they need to do is take the right steps. What are they? Well, let me tell you. Number 1, when you make the next game, focus on a spin dash. That was arguably the best part of Frontiers, and people are craving adventure gameplay. Not only that, but how about you give the graphics more style? Specifically in Leashes, the graphics were the most jarring thing of Frontiers. Make the levels organic, add in loops, make the grounds checkered or something. Make the world feel like an actual Sonic world. I feel like if you want an example, maybe take inspiration from LEGO Dimensions. Have characters scattered around the map, do side missions, and add memorable landmarks, like loop-de-loops. I would not mind a Station Square hub. Speaking of adventure, maybe hire Evening Star to make adventure-era games. Maybe remakes? I don't know. All I know is that they'd be the perfect candidates, what with Penny's big breakaway looking like the best thing ever. Game looking like a treat! And for God's sakes, if you do this, give the developers more time. Give everyone more time for that matter. Quit trying to meet deadlines. Sonic PO6 is like the best Sonic game ever, and it gives you a window of what would happen if Sega gave their development team more time. While we're on the topic of small-time creators, probably commission Sonic to more indie devs. And if you somehow think that's a bad idea, let me tell you fools about Sonic Day, a game pitched by Nitrome. Fans love the prototype so much that they sent death threats to Sega, most likely making them cut ties with Nitrome. Still though, I feel like this is most likely a sign that they shouldn't pass on projects like this and should double down on it. Still shocked that they don't hold competitions at Sage and the winner gets their game published. Make classic Sonic the indie pig, and don't be afraid to experiment with 3D platformers with them. Now let's talk about music for a second. Bring back classic artists like Spencer Nielsen, Pastiche, and the Sonic R Lady. Also, while we're at it, have Sonic do more music collabs. There's big time artists sampling Sonic. Drake used his world in his song. Kid Cudi is also a massive Sonic fan and did the theme song for Sonic 2. Do something Nintendo's not willing to do. I mean, Pokemon did it, but whatever, you know? Nintendo also did the indie game thing, but moving on. You like movies? I like movies. Make a shadow film. That's all I'm gonna say. I personally believe Sonic 3 is gonna be the biggest film of all time because of him. If kids are mistaking him for Sonic.exe, you know you hit the jackpot. Especially since creepypasta stuff like FNAF is big. Let's see. New Sonic anime? Get Toy to do something like Dragon Ball Daima with classic Sonic. I mean, Prime's alright, but I feel Sega can do better. Anime adaptations are a way to make people take your franchise seriously. Netflix got crazy connections. Just stay away from this blowhard. Can't believe I'm saying this, especially since Apple is making Dream Team exclusive. But if companies are willing to fund your games to make it more polished, take the money and take the exclusivity. If we want Sonic to do well critically for Sega to take examples for their AAA games, which they do a lot, then yes, this is a worthy sacrifice. Sega takes mechanics from other popular games and applies it to their big projects. Rush with Unleashed, you got Mania and Frontiers with the Drop Dash. I say take the hit. And please, I'm begging you Sonic fans, it shouldn't be a victory that Sonic is making money. I see people on Twitter acting like what Joe Russo did with Scorsese. Contrary to popular belief, Sega sides with the cynics. There's a trend where Sega employees like then unlike the posts from these so-called haters because they agree. Hell, I wouldn't be shocked that the Mario comment from Sega's business manager was a reaction to these Twitter users. They're probably the only people challenging Sonic Team right now. These Sonic fans, however, are begging for complacency. Makes sense too. It's a guarantee that these guys are going to buy their next Sonic game. But what about these guys? Their money's good too. And well, they need to expand the market. Also, make a Sonic game with a super game budget. Add Sonic Online like GTA Online. I don't know. You'd make millions. Billions probably. But yeah, that's what I think. Glad that they're taking the initiative by increasing the team and, you know, like making the budget bigger. Anyway, give me your thoughts. I'm going to work on more Sonic videos now because that's what the algorithm wants. Okay, that's all. Bye! And read my webcomic on Tap This.
Make an account and subscribe.